All right. I am embarking on a new challenge. Um, I have a friend that wants me to apply to one of his jobs, to his job. And it is a company called AIS. And they have this website, https hack.infosec.com. Have this website that you can do some challenges. So if you guys are looking for a job or something, there's a lot of companies that are having you go to their web, like they set up a website and they have a little task where you can hack things. And if you hack them, and get like a certain amount of points, this one wants 700 points. Um, you can get a job. And so, I mean, you'll get an HR um, email or something, and you'll get probably congratulations, you did it, you got enough points, and then um, you might get an interview. So here's the thing: I have worked on this before, and what I'm gonna do is I don't want to show you because I talked to my friend. He said not to show how I do all these, because if I put the answers out there, then that's cheating, right? And then it's gonna mess up their website. Some people are just gonna get the answers and know how to do it, and then get jobs, and they don't even have the skills, right? So I mean, theoretically, I can do that, right? But there's nobody's posted the answers to this one specifically. But anyways, but what I plan on doing is I plan on just like this one, right? Um, Client side protections. Okay, from all my videos, we know what that is. Okay. So this one says disabled. Clicking is hard. Hack. Right. So I'm gonna click hack. Disabled. This one was solved 1,000 times already. Clicking is hard. Just click the button. So I can't click this button, right? So obviously, what we have to do here is get this button to be able to click, right? And it's gonna be I can guarantee you it's gonna be an on or an off. It's gonna be a one or a zero problem. So what I plan on doing in this video is I plan on showing you what I'm gonna work on, and I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna start. And that's okay because that gives people an idea of where to start at least, right? And then I'm going to go through as many of these as I can. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to solve them all, but my goal is to solve them all. I want to solve all of these, right? I want to show that I can do all this stuff, right? Because in reality, I should be able to solve every single one of these. Okay, doesn't make no sense. SQL credit cards, find the credit card hack. Hack on that. SQL credit cards, find the credit card hack. Get the credit card number for user Fry. Enter the credit card number here. So this is an SQL hack. So we're looking for the SQL database, right? And we want to find the user Fry. So once we get into here and we find out where this is, we look for the user Fry, and then we see if we can find his credit card number. I mean, that one seems like that's a lot of work, but you could do it, right? And let's look at this one. Lonely Bot solved 114 times. Well, how many times was this one solved? 1,000 times. Dang. So this one was only solved 100 times. 114 times. Ooh, that's a challenge. Lonely Bot just wants to talk. Program output in web console. Lonely Bot. MD5. Here's your MD5 hash. Here's your SHA hash. So this is an encryption problem. Hello, how are you? Base 64. base 64. So I mean, this is just an encryption issue. So this one you're gonna find you're gonna do some encrypting, right? You're gonna take this, and you're gonna see if they match or whatnot. You're gonna try to decode them in base 64, and then there should be a flag in there. I mean, I think that's how that works. Might be more problems, but maybe, I don't know why it hasn't been solved that many times. 800 times. I'm just looking at all the hardest ones. Okay, so this is ransom. So, oh no, our files have been ransomed. Here is our most important flag along with the ransom binary modified to be safe. Oh no, here our files have been ransomed. Here is our most important file along with the ransom binary. So this one is modified. So this one's encrypted, obviously. So this is going to be probably asymmetric with an encrypted file or something. I don't know. Important company data. Here's your file. Please help us recover something. Anything helps. So we're gonna find a flag in here. So so that we're gonna do the same. This is more encryption and ransomware binary. So then they're sending you the where's the ransomware binary? Anyways, same thing. Encryption, crypto, exploitation. So that gives you a hint of what it is, right? So this one is exploitation, but it's yeah, I don't know. These are just giving me ideas of what I got to do. So this one is what engineering, reverse engineering. Okay, only 41 times. Debug me. So this is the file. You're gonna click on that. Here's some hashes and some more encryption. So this is all just encryption, man. It looks like to me like some kind of encryption stuff that you're gonna have to figure out. W2A. Crack the W2A password using PCAP. Okay, so here's one that you're gonna do PCAP. So you might have to have some tools. I don't know. Some Wireshark or something. I don't know. Some Kali VMs to do that. Programming solves 176 times. Slide those files. Move. Uh, Time remaining. So this one is slide those tiles. Slide fast. There's not much time. So this is programming. So and another thing is, what I'm also gonna do is I'm also gonna hack these. I'm gonna try to first. I'm gonna at the end when I do all these challenges. I'm gonna work on it all weekend. I'm going to try to hack this score and the submit button and all this. Now I've done this before, and when you do that, a prompt comes up and it says, "That's not good. If you're trying to hack the website itself, that's not going to work." But they say that, but that doesn't mean it's true. If I can find the code that pops that out and bypass it or take it out some way, then it just renders that failsafe null and void. Now the problem with that is they have it so embedded somewhere that it's unlikely you can't read it. But I did this for 2 days straight, and I almost found it to get that off. I was on the right path, but I just got tired. So at the very end, I'm going to try to hack all this here, anyways. Right? You can. I mean, if you just mess with things. And then I'm going to try to hack when stuff I can't figure out, and it's not working. I can't get it. I'm not on the right path or something. Then I'm just going to try to hack these individual tiles and the buttons themselves to give me points, right? Um, so that's my plan for this, right? So I'm gonna be creative. I'm going to be original. I'm going to be innovative. So I'm not going to follow the norm on this at all. But I'm gonna start by following the norm. That way, I can find vulnerabilities in their code and their setup. So let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the page code, because this is where we're gonna do all our hacking, right? And so we're gonna inspect this document. Okay, and we're gonna use a lot of command line, and we're gonna use a lot of um, for this you need to know Java, you need to know basic coding, you need to know some HTML, right? You need to know how to program a little bit. I mean, not a lot, but it's gonna be interesting. So I think this would be a cool video. I'm gonna make a series of can you hack it, right? I'm gonna do 30-minute videos, and I'm gonna make as many videos as I can, and then we'll follow the progress on how many I've solved. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna show you the answers on how I got to the end completely. I'm gonna cut that all out, but I am gonna show you where I start and where I finish, right? And I'm gonna show you evidence that I solved it. I'm gonna show you, um, and then I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna tell you how I solved it, but I'm not gonna show you exactly step by step. But I'm gonna tell you how I did it, basically. Um, um, so like this one, click it is hard, right? This is the easiest one. 10 points. Can't get that submit button. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the steps I took to find it. So when you click on this, right, you're gonna see like where it starts, right? If you look on here and you start clicking on here, you can read like here's the head. Can you hack it titles? So let's start messing with that first, right? So can you hack it title, right? Let's see if we can change that. I want them to ask me to hack it, right? Does that not work? Okay, so it didn't change anything, but I'm just trying to find out what works and what doesn't. I want to see. I'm having fun right now. This is fun, so I want to see. There's a bootstrap link. Let's go to computed layout listeners. Explore this. I mean, be curious. So here's the false. We could change that to true and see what happens, but you don't want to do that right now because then you'll really mess everything up. And you want to start at a base, right? There's properties, but HTML. So all the HTML. All right, let's just meta. Can you hack it, please, to our CSS? All right, these are just let's see what I want to see if I get on one of these where it shows. Okay, there you go. So that's what I'm kind of looking for. So if I hover over this body class, right, it shows me on the left side everything that it involves in that body class. Now, if I hover over the head class, it's going to show me like here's the whole document HTML, right? The head class, it should show me. Um, where the heck? I'm missing something. Maybe this is. What am I using? I'm using. And then the browser uses. So I'm using Edge, which is fine. I like Edge. Some people like Firefox. Edge, I think Firefox is cool. It has a lot of different capabilities, but Edge has some different capabilities too that I actually like when we're dealing with this. Let me see. Why is that not? So this is giving me a brief description. Heck it, please equals 0. Use 0 in the console to refer to this element. So if I want to pull up the console issues. Here's my console. Um, I'll click on this and put. Let's see what this does. Yeah, that's I didn't do that right, but I could say t- title. Can you hack it? I have to type this all in equals 1, right? I don't know. Well, just put tittle. Anyways, I'm just diddling with it, right? This is what we're doing. This is what you do. I mean, it takes patience and time. Okay, so this is the head. We don't care about none of this crap right here. At least for right now, right? Unless you want to figure out how they're you know hiding some things or whatnot. But here's the body. Okay, so set up the. And what's cool is they're gonna tell you in these green codes here what their code is doing, right? For the most part. I'm sure later on they're not. Okay, so here's the site nav, right? Score equals 0. We can click on this and see if we can change that to score equals 1,000, right? And then hit that return, see what happens. Site nav, start score at 1,000. Why not? Right? And we're just doing this because who cares? I mean, I don't want. I want 1,000 points. Why not? You know. Okay, so obviously this right here. See where it's showing on the left side, where it's showing me the buttons. We know that they're using JavaScript. So this says button ID, which I'm sure is this button or this button or this button. Well, we can find out. Watch. So we'll click on this. Not enough points. 700 required. If you look on that side, it's in the body somewhere, and it's showing it's in the body, but it's somewhere in here. Um, I'm gonna button success. I'm gonna enable that, right? So what you can do is let's return that. I'm gonna enable that button just for the hell of it because I don't care. I want it enabled, right? Why not? And then we're gonna look here. I mean, so this is just what I'm doing is I'm learning how their website is set up by going hovering over, and then I can see all the stuff on the left side where it's showing. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But look, this is a button success, right? Disabled? No, let's enable it. Now, what you can, and that's probably not even right. What you can do is we know that they're using Java. So I can go here. I could say Java disable button function, right? This is how you do it. So I want to see what code to enable that. Okay. And my button set. Okay, so this is a different one. We're looking for the code that which one is it? So we're looking for disabled button. Okay, so that's what I want to do. I'm going to put like this. Where is that at? Oh, wrong way. It might not be one, it might be true or something. And you can even try that one, true, different things. Just click on stack flow. Let's look for that code. False, false. It looks like it's false and true, but it had a zero. Remember? So maybe if it has a zero, the other one is one. So I'm just gonna leave it with one. I'm not gonna put true yet because might be HTML. No, let's see. But let's see. All right. So that led to nothing, but it's okay. We're still on the right path. So let's enable that again. Let's see what happens. Click on it. No. This this look, there's some writing. Email placeholder 700 points required. I'm gonna change this to 10 points required. See what happens. Yeah, look, it changed something up here. All right, 10 points required. Do I got that 10 points? Oh, look, I got 1 point right there. How did that happen? Was it up here? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, look, that changes your points. And what you can do is you can map this out so you don't forget. But can you hack it? Current score type button, class B, button success, disabled. It says disabled. Maybe I could put enabled like that. See, now it's enabled. 20 points, 10 points required. So this obviously has a fail safe in it, right? So I've got 20 points. Let's give myself 1,000. I got 1,000 points now. Only 10 points, but that's just the writing. So I gotta find where, let's just keep going. So this is where, you keep going and you figure out stuff. 10 points required. And I already changed that. We don't care about that secondary button. We're slowly creeping towards that submit button. I think it's right here. Button, button, who's got the button? I'm going to leave that submit score. I'm going to move this over right there so I can read this. Submit score. Okay, so this is obviously a Java whatever button outline success submit score. It's an inner HTML, inner text, inner HTML, and it's just saying submit score. Maybe I could. Is it connected? True. Is content editable? False. Let's change that to true. I want to. Oh, you can't. But what we can do is we can go to the console, right? And we could change that to is content. Oh, hold on. It didn't change it. That didn't work. Maybe because you gotta hold on. Console. Oh, all right. I'll just keep going and look at. I'm just looking for now. I'm not gonna spend too much time on. Sure, they got fail safes in that. Okay, so then we'll just keep going. We'll come back to this one, right? But for now, we can leave it like that. Who cares? Well, it doesn't even bother nobody. But I'm not gonna focus on trying to hack this first. I'm just going through and showing you how to hack this and where you're gonna be the whole time. Um, for most of these, top banner, I'm actually going through and trying to figure out how they're writing all this stuff. I can hopefully I can change this. Happy birthday! This is my brother's cat's names. Happy birthday! Look, happy birthday! All right. All right, I'm back. I'm only doing this just to see how what I can change, what they're allowing me to change, and stuff like that. So, and why they're allowing me to change this and not other things. And it's obviously they don't want people changing this submit score or anything, right? So they're gonna have extra security on it. Test your skills, submit your score, and I don't care about changing that. And I'm just going down one by one till I get to these things, okay? And that's where I want to start. And that's where I'm going to find actually that button is in here, right? So maybe we'll do the first challenge. It's probably the easiest one. I mean, but I want to open up all these because I might use them later. Here's my code. Remember, all this is written by man, right? This is all written by people, and people are fallible. And even this is where the originality, creativity, and innovation comes into your brain. It needs to, is even though this site is set up to be vulnerable, but the things they don't want you to hack are not supposed to be vulnerable. No programmer or no institution or no organization or no website is foolproof. So even the securities they have in place for the things they don't want to be hacked, you can hack them. You can find some vulnerability somehow in it. Okay, so now we're on the client side protections, and we'll just call that. I'm gonna leave that alone so I don't get confused. And I want to flex this. Okay, flex it back. So what you can do is you can Google what flex does in HTML, and um, I can't remember what it does specifically, but you'll see the effects of it, right? So you flex it, and then that happens. You're probably turning it on and off. I don't know. I can't remember what flex means. I think it just, I don't know. I can't remember. I looked it up a long time ago. So here we are. We're finally on the button I want to be on, right? And here's the flipper. Now that see that flipped? That's what that means. Dev class flipper. We don't want to mess with the flipper because we don't care about the flipper. We want it to flip. And when you flex at it, it won't flip no more. Oh yeah, well, I don't know. Okay. We can change this points to 1,000 points, but I'm sure it's just gonna say that, but it's not gonna. 1,000 points in there, but it's not gonna give me 1,000 points because look, you submit the score and it didn't give it to you. But it's okay. It's changing the writing, but that's fine. I don't care. Just something fun to do. All right, what does it say? Card title disabled. Why? Clicking is hard. Here's the success button, I think. And we want to know. So I'm going to open that and we're going to see. Okay, so that's that. That's that. Now where's the button? So here's the button right here, right? No. It's supposed to be a submit button. block, hacker model, fade show, block, padding. We want to try to get that button to show. And here's the next challenge. Let me see. Okay, so it's somewhere in there. So here's the next challenge. So it's not there. And I think I already found it, but okay. So we'll go back. Let's open this back up. Click the hack button. So we want to see this turn. We want to see that turn that color, or where you can click it, right? So we know it's not down here, so we're gonna work back again, and it's probably here somewhere because this is blocking, right? Something, but we'll come back to that one. Here, this one says button right here, right? So the button's not defined, so what we can do is go. Or we can go. So that didn't work. So hack. Where is that? I don't even see that. So that's here's the button right here. Button class. So button. That's just the end of the button. It's between here and here. So it's this one. So type button class success. Why is that not highlighting the right thing? Where's the submit button? Hack. Oh, wait a minute. That's that one. So let's look here. Button success. Strong. Hack. Hack. What'd I do? I took off the hack button. Oh shit! I just took off the button. Now I can't even get in here. What did I do? I wasn't looking. Damn it! All right, hold up. Yeah, I messed up, so I might have to go out, come back in, cause so we'll do just go out, come back in. Yeah, I messed up that hack button. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna redo this actually. So you just do that, and all I already know how most of that works, so I'm not gonna go back and change everything. But that's how you do. You just reset it. I'll go back to where I was, which is in the body, main content. Scroll down in your challenges, and it's this first challenge here somewhere, right? Just keep opening up these. All right, there's the flip. There's the flipper. There's that. There's that. 10 points. Fine. Leave it at that. All right. Card title. We don't care. Clicking is hard. Button success. Button. And that's the only button in here. Oh no, that's the hack button though. I don't understand. So if this went from here, clicking is hard. Okay, yeah. Just click the button is what we're looking for. So we're looking for this crap. Just click the button or something. Um, hack. We're past that now. We're over here. It looks like this button is gone. So it's got to be right here. Somewhere. Hacker model. Okay, so this is the fade. What's the fade? Display block. Roll. Man. Oh. Okay, we're getting closer. Disable. Title. That X button. We don't care about the X button. Solved. Clicking is hard. Solved. Okay. This is where we're at. Clicking is hard. Hidden style display none. So we're gonna display. Now what we can do is we can mess with it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna push paste that in there. It's a CSS property. The display property whenever an element is treated as a block or inline box, and the layout used for its children, such as flow layout, grid flex. The display property is used to change the default behavior HTML elements. Here are some examples. So display property has many values such as inline, block. Display block is what they're using, right? I mean none. Hides an element from the page. So this is what they did. The element will not take up any space and will not be rendered at all. So we want to unhide it. So how do we do that? The display none property is used to hide an element from the page layout. It means the element will not be displayed at all. So this is where we're at. And the space it normally occupy will be collapsed. The element will still exist in the document, but not visible or affected layout elements. The display none property is different from the visibility hidden, which also hides an element but preserves the space for the layout. The visibility hidden the display none property does not render the element at all. Display none property can be useful for hiding and showing elements dramatically with JavaScript without deleting, recreating them. For example, you can use a button to toggle the display value of dev element, none, and block. For example, you can use a button toggle to display the value of element dev element between none and block. Here's a code example. Display none property. Display none hidden class. This heading will be displayed. This heading will not be displayed. This paragraph will be displayed. This paragraph will be displayed. Class hidden button on click toggle show function toggle. Okay. Yeah, that's right. It's an empty string. I forgot. So I haven't messed with all this stuff in years. The only way to remove inline display none is by resetting it with an empty string. Null does not work. Okay, so an empty string. So we're just gonna put quotation marks, right? So we're gonna come here and we're gonna double click here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna erase this and I'll put that. See what happens. Okay. Oh, where the heck am I? None. Display none. Hidden. Oh, and it's hit. There's a hidden too. What did I do? What fake model footer? It's ridiculous. Oh, it showed so it hit it and then now it's not hidden or whatever. Display none. Yeah, that didn't work. Did that open up? All right, it's right here. Fake model footer. Type button, class button, submit button disabled. Maybe we can enable it. There you go. Submit it. Solved. It's as simple as that. So I got 10 points. All right. So So that one was easy, but that's how you solve. And I'm sure they don't care about that first one. That first one's 10 points. It's so easy. But this is what we're doing, okay? You're going through the website and you're hacking this. Not a lot, you know. People don't consider this hacking, but it really is, because what you're doing is you're looking at the code and you're modifying the code and manipulating it to usually to gain access to buttons and stuff like that, to manipulate stuff, to get access to people's servers. You know, you could do cross-site scripting. You're injecting vulnerabilities in stuff like in with, you know, that Java and CSS and HTML have, SQL and all that stuff in your. This is what you're doing, and you're sending the information back to them, and just go, you know. So that's what the whole point is. This is right, is to see if you know where to look and know how to modify, know how to read what you're reading. Um, but so yeah, that's the first one. You know, my second video is going to be less, since you already know like the process is. It was only 10 points. I mean, it's not going to hurt the organization 10 points, right? But it gives you an idea of what they want you to be able to do to apply for a job there, right? You got to know how to do this stuff. And I would say the cool thing about cybersecurity is this is 90% curiosity and original thinking and thinking outside the box, being creative and innovative, and like 10% of technical knowledge. So like literally you saw what I did, right? You know, and Google is your best damn friend now. Before it was just books, but now Google is. So, you know, use common sense. You're coming in here and you're going and you're looking and you're and 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 you're stepping through and you're going, okay, I can see on the left side it's highlighting what I'm looking at. Then you just read it. You know, coding is reading. That's all it is. If you know how to read code. And so you're reading this and you're going, you know, and I've coded before, so it's different, but you know, you get by hacking or or whatever, or you know, this starts with hacking, but then it goes to preventing people from hacking, because you know, if you know what somebody is doing, then you know how to prevent it. So don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to promote, you know, criminal activity or hacking. I had a relative say, you know, I thought you said you were trying to help, and but you're teaching them how to hack. Well, that's true, but that's not true. I'm teaching um, the good guys what the bad guys do, right? And or what bad guys are going to do, because bad guys are original thinkers. They're, you know, you know, you watch the, you know, there used to be a show in the 90s called like the most stupidest criminals. That's not true. Criminals are not stupid by all means. Criminals are very intelligent, but they're not intelligent the way you're thinking. They're more creative. Like most criminals are creative thinking. So they'll take the norm and they'll find ways on how to exploit the system and their vulnerabilities. This is exactly what they're doing. This is what the hackers do. So when you're watching my videos, you're understanding what hackers are doing, and you're understanding how to be creative and original and innovative with those what they're doing. And you could do anything, man, whatever your creativity or whatever you can think of. So but you got to start somewhere. You got to start with what they're doing, and then if you want to get into the field and get a job in it, you can prevent it. So if you know what they're doing, you can prevent it. And that's where cybersecurity comes in. How do you prevent it, you know? Anyways, so that was my video. Um, the next one I'm going to work on is this button clicker, and I'm sure it's the same kind of thing, right? but we'll look at that in the next video. So for now, this was Hack the File, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.